Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Rama Rama Hare Krishna Rama Hare Krishna Rama Hare वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्णा, दिस इज Shama Supriya Devi Dasi from Houston, welcoming all the devotees to our Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. I thank all the devotees for your beautiful chanting, and at the same time I ask for forgiveness for stopping your sincere and ecstatic chanting. Thank you to each and everyone who have joined this chanting session and given your wonderful association this morning. And now we will move to our next part of our session, that is our Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrta sessions. So before that, can I know who are all joining this session?
Hare Krishna, Sham Supriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Srila Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta. Thank you, Matajis, for all of your very wonderful chanting. Very nice to hear everybody.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji, for joining the sessions and giving your very sweet association this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. This is Sita Priti Devi Dasi from Pune, India.
Hare Krishna, Sita Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the sessions and giving your very sweet association this morning.
And your
Hare
beautiful chanting, Mataji.
Vibhul Mataji, please pray
Yeah.
for me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Shashidhar joining from Texas.
Hare Krishna, Shashidhar Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining the sessions and giving your very wonderful association this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the sessions and giving your very wonderful association this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Go ahead, Radhi.
Go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. Yashmati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the sessions and giving your consistent association, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the sessions and giving your very sweet association this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Supriya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anybody would like to introduce themselves? Okay, so I think we can start with the recording, Mataji.
Give me a second. 1 second. I'm just stopping the screen share. Once.
Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees to our Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call of our Srila Prabhupada Lilamrta session. And today we have with us Her Grace Vinita Gandharvika Mataji to enlighten or give the chapter summary of chapter 47. So before handing over the call, I would like to read the quote of today quoted by Srila Prabhupada, 21st October. Anything can be done by practice. So if we take Krishna Prasadam, the tongue is restricted, locked to some limited. Then our all other senses become controlled. Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Vrindavan, October 21, 1977. So Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your very precious time and association and giving the chapter summary of 47, Mataji. Now I hand over the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Samasupriya Mataji. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Priti Vilasani Mataji, for the opportunity. Before we start the class, we would like to sing Vrindavana Ramyasthana. My Prabhu would like to sing it.
Vrindavana Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dama Ratana Mandira Manohara Abrata Kalindini Re Raja Hamsa Keli Kare Tahe Shobe Kanaka Kamala Arama Hema Pita Astadale Bestita Astadale Pradana Naika Aramadje Ratnasane बसियाचे दुई जने श्यामा संगे सुंदरी राधिका रूपालावण्य राशि अमिया परिचे काशी आशा परिहासा संभाषणे नरोत्तमा दश कोये नित्य लीला सुख मोये सदा स्फुरुका मुरमाने हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. I would like to start the class with the prayers. So today we are seeing the chapter summary of Chapter 47, Preaching to America. Last week we saw that Vardhana Mataji was also doing the same chapter, but it was a part 1 and now it's part 2. So let's see this chapter. I would like to start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmlitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are seeing in this chapter how Srila Prabhupada is touring to different places. He was going to Laguna Beach, San Diego, Dallas, and he was also visiting New Orleans and Mississippi, that is New Thalavan Temple, Detroit, Toronto, Boston, New York, and he went through Europe and then he went back to India. Like that, he was traveling every place and he's giving his blissful association and he was teaching so many things to his disciple. Let's see what's there more in this chapter. Yeah. First, he is in Los Angeles, where the date is July 22, 1975, where so Srila Prabhupada has given task to his disciples that they have to finish in 3 weeks. Sorry, in 2 months, they have to finish the Chaitanya Charitamrita publishing. So it has been already 3 weeks that devotees are very busy in finishing whatever Srila Prabhupada has given. Rameshwara Prabhu and Radha Vallabh Prabhu are main lead of this project. They were so busy that they would attend only Mangalarati in the morning, chant their rounds, and then the rest of the time they would spend their whole time for working on this project of finishing the publishing of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is a big project for them, and they have very less time. Within 2 months, they have to finish it. So they were very hardly getting time to rest, and they were only eating 1 meal, and rest of the time they were working on editing, printing, photography, index, whatnot. A book publishing is not that easy, right? It's very hard to complete that task. So everyone was working for the desire of Srila Prabhupada. They just wanted to fulfill Srila Prabhupada. So King Spot Press was the one of the press who agreed to help for this publishing of the book. And also in India, photographers were trying to capture some photos of especially in Bengal and Orissa for this publication of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So then again, we could see that Srila Prabhupada was also giving his most of the time to this project, because making sure that if they have any questions regarding the publishing the book, so they might have some questions, right? Whether this is right or that is right, some spelling error, some Sanskrit grammar. So Srila Prabhupada was making sure that there is no any change without asking him. So because if they change without asking Srila Prabhupada, it might not come in the line of previous acharyas. So he was very particular about it. He was saying, don't change anything without consulting him. And he was giving his full time for them so that they don't change anything without asking Srila Prabhupada. And for the pictures, the artistic service was given to some of the professional painters, and also one of the devotee called Gauri Devi. She wanted to help on this. She was very good in book distributor, and she wanted to help for this, painting some of the pastimes related to Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when Srila Prabhupada was talking about artistic talent, and Srila Prabhupada was mainly stressing that these pictures that you see in the books of Srila Prabhupada are the window to the spiritual world. When you see Krishna in the Krishna book, so you are exactly seeing Krishna. When you are seeing a pastime of Gundicha temple, you are seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates cleaning the temple. So this Gauri Devi was painting a Gundicha temple pastime, and it was so nice. Srila Prabhupada liked it, but there was a professional artist, and he was trying to point out some technical things, some errors. But then Srila Prabhupada was saying, no, it is very nice. Basically, he was trying to point out on the spiritual point of view. The devotional spirit is there in that art. So that is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. And here I was thinking that sometimes we also, like, we wanted to do something and we think, okay, I wanted to do a book distribution, or I want to give a class, but then we think that we are not qualified. But we have to always make sure that we encourage ourselves, we motivate ourselves. See, like how Srila Prabhupada was encouraging this Mataji, even though she was not a professional painter, but when she painted, it was Srila Prabhupada was speaking about the spiritual touch. In the same way, when we are doing any service, even though we are not qualified, if we do with our heart 100%, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna sees that bhava in the mood that we are serving, not that we are whether we are doing it at 100%. No, he don't see that. If you want to be 100%, there is always less, because Krishna consciousness and being a pure devotee is always the biggest thing. There is always a correction in every level. Okay, you are in this level. Okay, still there is an improvement, right? So we should not get discouraged by thinking that, oh, okay, I'm not qualified. No, everybody is not qualified. We have to give our 100%. Then Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj will be pleased with our service. The same how Srila Prabhupada was pleased with this Gauri Devi Mataji's painting. And Srila Prabhupada was also telling that it is better to have a blind uncle than the nun, right? So he was telling about this artist who painted this painting. And Srila Prabhupada, whenever Srila Prabhupada is there, all the devotees are so enthusiastic and they wanted to serve Srila Prabhupada to the best. How we can serve to Srila Prabhupada to the best? His favorite thing is book distribution, right? So to please Srila Prabhupada, everybody were trying to their heart that they wanted to show how much they love Srila Prabhupada. So they were so much intensifying the distribution of books. They were trying to distribute more and more books. And it is so nice. Srila Prabhupada was so happy seeing that devotees were distributing day and night all his books. So that is how we can please our Guru. We have to see what is the Guru's best that he likes. That if we can do, Guru is pleased. So here we can say that devotees were so happy and they were pleased. They were able to please Srila Prabhupada by distributing the books. And also we can see that press was very busy day and night. They were trying to print editing was going on. It was not like any day that the whole room was quiet and everything is kept in the place. No, that was completely busy. People were running here and there. They were trying to finish all the work. And it is also happened like if one devotee is working on something and suddenly because of less sleep, they fall asleep. Next morning when the devotee woke up, there is no work pending, because other devotee has taken that and they have finished that work for them. So like that. And Rameshwar Prabhu, he was completely out of sleep and he's having very less sleep, and he was working very hard with Radha Vallabh Prabhu to publish this Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Srila Prabhupada was feeling so happy that 17 books in 2 months, Srila Prabhupada wanted to produce, and then devotees are working very hard. And here we can see that devotees know that it is very difficult and it is very hard, but they did not say that, oh, okay, we cannot do it, let's change. But instead of changing the deadline, they changed their own schedule. See how beautiful, right? They thought that why we need to change the deadline and we need to make Srila Prabhupada to wait for the publishing. No, we can change our schedule. They changed their schedule. They made themselves very tight. I mean, they were doing sleepless nights, no meals, only one meal they were eating, and they were serving for the pleasing of their guru. That is what Srila Prabhupada felt so happy. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that seeing your effort, all the previous acharyas and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody will get pleased. So this should be our attitude when we are serving Guru Maharaj. So whenever there is any service coming from our seniors or gurus, so we should not think, oh, it's not possible. As it came as an order from Guru, then we have to take it. And the empowerment will come from there itself and we can finish it off. Oh, here the devotees were able to finish their task in 2 months of publishing Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we can also see that the Srila Prabhupada went to this Berkeley, where this place, when he arrived, he had given an arrival speech. Then he was talking that how he wanted to travel 2 or 3 times in a year, because he wanted to make sure that his disciples are going well with Krishna consciousness. He don't want any of his disciples to get into anxiety, fall down. So that is what Srila Prabhupada's anxiety here. He don't want disciples to fall down, and he could not see that. So Srila Prabhupada was very much concerned, especially to the Western world, because it is his spiritual master's order, right? That he told him to come to the West and give Krishna to everyone. So that is why Srila Prabhupada was more interested in giving Krishna to the Western world. But then he was also giving same time to Indian projects also. Whenever he gets little time, he wants to fly to Western world and he wants to give Krishna to everyone. And here the author Sattvarupa Goswami Maharaj was saying that how Srila Prabhupada one time in Calcutta, he was very sick. And there after Rath Yatra, he became sick and he needs to go to London. But even though he was so sick, but still he traveled to London. So that is how Srila Prabhupada always, even though he's sick, he's not sick, he's so tired. Whatever the situation is, whenever there is a chance to go visit Western world and preach, he always preach. He always go and preach. His main thing is like to give a Krishna conscious to the Western world. So that is the main success for us. Especially for Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada's goal is to satisfy his guru's order. So Prabhupada was also equally working with the Indian projects, and also there was one incident with this Yogi Bhajan group company, which is in Berkeley. He was telling that how Srila Prabhupada was so great, how he is able to manage all the disciples and travel everywhere. And Srila Prabhupada was in reply telling to this person that, yes, I'm trying my best. That is why even I'm trying to make GBC and put the secretaries, so that if I am not able to travel, they will be able to assist me. But he was again making this point, as long as he is able to travel, he wants to travel and he wants to give Krishna conscious to everyone. So moving on to the next place, Srila Prabhupada is going from Los Angeles to Laguna Beach, July 25th, 1975. In this place, what Srila Prabhupada has given to everyone, let's see, wherever Srila Prabhupada travels, that place, the devotees are feeling like they are in Goloka, because association with Srila Prabhupada is the most wonderful thing that ever happened in the disciples' life, right? Because Srila Prabhupada is their life and soul. So here in Laguna Beach, what happened after the 2 hours drive, Prabhupada reached there and they welcomed Srila Prabhupada and they made Srila Prabhupada to sit on the Vyasasana, and they have bathed Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. And Srila Prabhupada was started an addressing speech, and he started talking about intoxication, about drugs, because we know this Los Angeles is the biggest place where it is more drugs and everything. And we see always Prahladananda Prabhu says this in the call, in the early morning call, I'm living in a place which is the biggest hell in this material world, right? So as was Srila Prabhupada also is addressing the problem in that place is intoxication, drugs. So Srila Prabhupada was making this point, do you think that you are the controller? When our drugs are controlling you, or you are controlling everything? What do you think? So if you are thinking that you are the controller, then why it is happening that sometimes people who take drugs, they are just falling on the road and police needs to come and kick them out from that place. So we understand that we are not the controller, taking drugs and thinking that, oh, I am the controller, I can do anything. This is completely wrong, right? That is what Srila Prabhupada point out in this place in Laguna Beach address speech. And also Srila Prabhupada made a strong comment on one thing, is like bathing the lotus feet of the spiritual master is a good thing, but the genuine devotee is the one who follows the regulative principles and also follows the Guru's order. Such a strong statement, right? He was saying that yes, you are all bathing my lotus feet, everything is fine, but then more fine is when he will be happy, when we are all able to follow his orders. That's when he will be so happy, right? So then again, Srila Prabhupada went to the next door where he can stay. The devotees arranged for his stay. When he went there, there was a first visitor, his name called Rishi Das. This person was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. But then now he left the movement. He was having a long curly hair and beard and everything. And Srila Prabhupada was very upset to see him in this condition, because he was not their regular disciple. Also, he was a sannyasi order disciple. So here the author of the book, Satvarupa Goswami, is also saying that in the earlier days of Srila Prabhupada movement, it is not so common to see that disciples were falling down. It was not that so many people were falling down, and Srila Prabhupada, whenever he sees the disciples falling down, he used to feel very sad. And he was also recollecting the person's name called Krishna Devi Dasi. She was also a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and she got married to one devotee called Subala, and she also fall down from Krishna consciousness. But that time Srila Prabhupada gave his very good advices to Subala, and making sure that he is encouraged and he is going forward in Krishna consciousness. He's saying that something wonderful in our life is to happen, that is Krishna consciousness. So anything can come and go in our life, but Krishna consciousness is a wonderful thing that it can ever happen in our life. So we should always be in Krishna consciousness. So then again, Srila Prabhupada was seeing this Rishi, the Prabhupada disciple who had fallen down. He was for sure not chanting 16 rounds and also not following any rules and regulation. And he thinks that he's having full freedom by doing his music. He was playing some music and he's thinking that he got a lot of freedom and he's enjoying now. Then Srila Prabhupada asked, oh, do you think you have freedom? How are you saying that you are free? You're good, your freedom. See, I don't want it to become old, but then I'm becoming old and I'm also becoming sick. And how can you say that you have freedom? Then this Rishi was just smiling, and then he was not answering anything. And he was also trying to argue with Srila Prabhupada by his previous readings. He have already read Srila Prabhupada's books, right? He's trying to contract Srila Prabhupada's words by that. But then Srila Prabhupada was sticking to his words that, no, death is not going to stop anywhere. You never have any freedom. You're going to go through the old age, disease and everything. This is all going to happen. So there is no freedom for you. And Srila Prabhupada was making this point that because of Maya, only anybody is falling down. And Srila Prabhupada was not having any bad feeling for this Rishi. He just wanted to help him out. He wanted to make sure that how can he help him so that he can come back to Krishna consciousness. So again, Srila Prabhupada was also talking more about to this Rishi, making sure that he can understand what is Krishna consciousness and importance of Krishna consciousness, so he can get back. In meanwhile, the door was knocked, and some of the professors entered into the room to talk with Srila Prabhupada, and they were also enjoying the conversation between Srila Prabhupada and this Rishi. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that, asking to this professor, do you think you have freedom? And one of the professor agreed that we don't have freedom. So like that, Srila Prabhupada had a time with many of the devotees, and Srila Prabhupada had given his blessings to all the devotees over there, and he moved to the next place, San Diego, July 27, 1975. Srila Prabhupada went to this place, and when he was going to this place in the car, so when he was going in the car, they went to the a place where this Nixon, his former president, and he was there when the vehicle was going nearby the house of this president. And Srila Prabhupada was asking, what about this Nixon? How is he doing? And then devotees were answering that now government does not care about him, and he's like lost, he's alone. And immediately Srila Prabhupada said, why don't you go and preach him now? And see, look at this, it's so beautiful, right? Srila Prabhupada finds the opportunity. Where is the opportunity for me to preach? Which is the right time? He just waits for that right time. And he could see that, oh, this is the right time to go and preach to this former president Nixon, because that's how I did with Mahatma Gandhi. Srila Prabhupada was remembering about Mahatma Gandhi. And also Srila Prabhupada went to this park called Belbo Park, where there was a lot of tents, and tents were arranged. Everything were arranged very nicely for Srila Prabhupada's program. And when the program was about to start, there was one person who was screaming and disturbing the program. And his point was like, why can't we have sex? And what is wrong with it? And Srila Prabhupada saw that, he need to address it. But then devotees were very anxious what to do, is disturbing in the public, and what is Srila Prabhupada going to answer? But then Srila Prabhupada answered in the Shastric way. He quoted from Prahlad Maharaj. He was saying that how Prahlad Maharaj used to always say that this material entanglements is it's temporary, right? Whatever you are getting the pleasure from the material things is temporary, but the pleasure that you get it from the transcendental thing is eternal. So that is what Srila Prabhupada was trying to say, that this pleasure that you are getting from this sense gratification, it's temporary. It's not going to help you anyway. And also Srila Prabhupada was pointing this point that we are not against the marriage, against to the sex life, but then here he was telling that Garbhadana Samskara, where we have a regulative process so that we can get a Krishna conscious style, so that can be helpful for the whole society. If there is no Krishna conscious style, then the whole society will become like hell, right? If the society is like full of people who are like criminals and everything, then ultimately we are all going to suffer, right? Not to have like that, we can have a Krishna conscious style that is called Garbhadana Samskara, that we can follow and get a Krishna conscious style. Then that way we can help whole society. And Srila Prabhupada was pointing this, that about how there were so many emperors, right? Greek emperor, Roman emperor, Mughal emperor, British emperor, many emperors came, and there is nothing, I mean, nothing much to talk to them about. But here Srila Prabhupada was pointing that he came to America to give Krishna conscious to everyone. He knows that America is a good place and a lot of luxury thing is there here. Everything is fine, but then there is something missing. That is why people are unhappy. So much luxury life, everything, if you press a button, everything is there here. But why people are unhappy? Why are they going to the physiotherapist and they are saying, oh, I have this problem, I have that problem. So here, the problem is that we don't have Krishna consciousness. That is why Srila Prabhupada has came to West, and he wants to give Krishna consciousness to everyone, so that everyone is happy. Without Krishna consciousness, how many $1 million you have, it doesn't matter. You're going to be sad always. So then again, Srila Prabhupada was also talking about how different things about the Krishna consciousness, and they were having very nice kirtan and good prasadam was distributed. They were all so happy seeing that how nice prasadam was distributed, kirtan, dancing. So Srila Prabhupada, after the program is done, next day morning, Srila Prabhupada was saying to his disciples, wow, it was very nice. You all arranged very nice kirtan and prasadam. And Srila Prabhupada is saying that why don't we do it every day and everybody will be so happy. And also Srila Prabhupada was saying when he was walking in the park, he saw the birds and he was telling that, look at the birds. Birds are enjoying nicely, just eat the fruit and enjoy. And then Rameshwar Prabhu was saying that, oh, if sometimes we say that people, that if you don't take up to Krishna consciousness, you will be going to the next life as a animal life. So then, so if animal birds are feeling so happy, then what is the wrong to have a bird life, next life? So then Srila Prabhupada says that, oh, these rascals did not understand the concept. It's the thing is, yes, material life is always even though it is little pleasure somewhere here and there, but it's temporary. But when you go to Krishna, it's permanent, right? You're going to live very happy there in Goloka Vrindavan with Krishna. So that is what Srila Prabhupada was trying to say here. And also whenever the devotees meet Srila Prabhupada, they want to discuss about many things. They wanted to ask so many questions from different areas. They wanted to clear their doubts. And also they want to make sure that they have some conversation with Srila Prabhupada. So here we can see that devotees were talking about this Belbo, who was the first person who visited this specific, who went to this specific ocean. And Srila Prabhupada was, first he was silent and then slowly he laughed and he was telling that Kalidasa Kavi book, Kumara Sambhava, that in Kumara Sambhava, Kalidasa Kavi has already written about this specific Atlantic Ocean. And these foolish people say that, oh, I went there first. I am the first person to do this. Nothing like that. Everything was there before also. So here again, and Srila Prabhupada, when they were walking in the park, they saw that one person was doing yoga. And then Rameshwar Prabhu and Tamal Krishna Maharaj was asking, oh, what is this? And then they were, Prabhupada was saying it's yoga. And Rameshwar Prabhu was saying, oh, he wants to become immortal. That is why he's doing that. Then immediately Srila Prabhupada says that, no, it's yogasan. It's good for health. And Srila Prabhupada, they asked Srila Prabhupada, Tamal Krishna Maharaj asked Srila Prabhupada, do you think we have to do this? And then Srila Prabhupada laughed and said that we don't have time to sleep, where we can do this all, right? Because devotees are working very hard to finish the task that Srila Prabhupada has given. They don't have time for eating and sleeping. So how come there is a time for yoga? So again, while going in the car, some other devotee was asking, oh, okay, if we have a time, can we do it? Then Srila Prabhupada said, no, not required. So like that, he had spent his time here. And then he moved to the next place, Dallas, July 28, 1975. So here, as soon as in the Dallas, he had arrived, a reporter asked Srila Prabhupada about why he had come here. What is the reason that he came here? And Srila Prabhupada said that he came here to visit his children and grandchildren. How sweet is it, right? Srila Prabhupada was so sweet, so personal, that he came to see his children and grandchildren. And we see that Dallas as a Gurukul. And Srila Prabhupada, many of Srila Bhagavatam purports we see, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned about this Gurukul, and Srila Prabhupada likes this Gurukul so much. And whenever he visits US, he makes sure that he goes and see Dallas temple also, because he can answer many questions of the teachers, so that teachers don't have much doubts and they can train the children very nicely. And he's very happy that there are some hundred of boys and girls were learning education in the Gurukul. And Srila Prabhupada was seeing that how these American boys, even though so hard, they were playing outside without the shed. They were natural, like they were getting trained like completely Vedic way. He was so happy to see them. And afterwards, Srila Prabhupada went into the room and he distributed the rasgullas to all the people who arrived there. And also in the place where the tulsis were kept, Srila Prabhupada sat there. And they started reading Krishna book. And Brahmananda Swami started reading Krishna book, and they came to this pastime where Rukmini Mata was kidnapped by Krishna. So then when she was kidnapped by Krishna, Krishna was very busy to fight with the other princes over there, right? Other prince over there. But then Rukmini Mata was like, she was riding the chariot. And this was a new thing that everybody heard it. That was not mentioned in Krishna book. So they were thinking, wow, this is the one, oh, Srila Prabhupada is talking that which is not even mentioned. And this is so nice that they were very eager to hear more things from Srila Prabhupada about this pastime. And Srila Prabhupada was also, they were also reading about many different things. They were reading about this, do you think that Krishna is a creator? That point came, and Srila Prabhupada pointed out that if you don't accept Krishna as a creator, then you are just such a foolish person. And Srila Prabhupada started quoting from Bhagavad Gita, Bhumi Rapo Nala Vayu, so that everything is coming from Krishna. So we need to understand Krishna in this way, not just by reading the Gopi Leela and thinking that, oh, this is what Krishna, and going in a wrong way of understanding philosophy. No, we understand Krishna in the right way. We read everything in a systematical way, not just randomly picking some pastime and doing, a mundane understanding of that pastime is not the right way. We should always try to read the scriptures in the scientific ways. Krishna conscious is not some sentiment or anything. It's all scientific. Srila Prabhupada was trying to point out that. And two other newspapers are also covered Srila Prabhupada's arrival. They have noted that they have put Srila Prabhupada picture, and they mentioned that barefoot Swamiji addressing the Krishna crowd. So that was the heading they given there. And they also mentioned that how these devotees from Dallas were distributing Srila Prabhupada books in the airport, and which was disturbing everyone. They were trying to point out in a controversial way that distributing books in the places like airport and everything. So, but then Srila Prabhupada, when he heard about this article, Srila Prabhupada was saying, oh, why they are against about these scriptures? If these scriptures, if these books are not there, what will happen to human society? They will become bad. And that's how everybody, all the crime rate and everything is increasing. So like that. And while walking, after this, they were outside walking, and Srila Prabhupada was talking with other devotees. Srila Prabhupada said to a devotee servant, he was saying to him that I'm feeling little ill, I'm having little bit of headache. And then immediately the servants asked, do we need to cancel a trip of New Orleans? Then Srila Prabhupada said, no, we can go. Then immediately devotee said that, oh, maybe you have some digestion problem, and because of the heavy heat in Texas, maybe your health is going down. Do you want to take rest? Can we cancel the trip? But Srila Prabhupada said, no, don't cancel. Let's go. Like that. And they have started to New Orleans. So when they are starting to New Orleans, weather in New Orleans is very bad. There was a storm. In July 31st, they went there. when they reached there, in the flight, there was a big problem. Because of the storm, the flight was not landing properly. There was a big shake in the flight, and it was not a proper landing. Before it to land, there was an announcement that fasten your seat belts. After that, they could see that there was a big sound, and Srila Prabhupada asked to Upendra, what is this sound? And then Srila Prabhupada, Upendra said that there is some problem, and Srila Prabhupada said that, oh, this is making big sound, and he was like little bit of, his face was like irritating mood, because he's already feeling a little bit weak, and he's traveling. On top of it, it had happened is the flight was not properly landing. And Upendra was thinking, what will happen if I die? Because that moment was very scary. All the people in the flight was like scared. What will happen? Is whether we are going to safely land or not? But then Upendra was thinking, what will happen to me? Just next to me is Srila Prabhupada. He was thinking, oh, I'm so blessed. Prabhupada is there just to me. If not, something happens also, it's okay for me. It's like that. So finally, they have landed safely. And it was very late, and Srila Prabhupada had his lunch very late. And Srila Prabhupada arrived in New Orleans, and Nityananda Prabhu was the president at that time. And when he arrived in New Orleans, it was very short notice for them. It was only 2 weeks notice, but then devotees are very, very good in receiving Srila Prabhupada. They have arranged everything very nice. Everything is painted. Temple is very good. And Nityananda Prabhu and all the devotees in New Orleans were happy to welcome Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was very happy to see a temple, how it is so big, and how the walls were, how the bricks were, and like means the floor was, everything was very nice. Srila Prabhupada liked everything. Srila Prabhupada took darshan of Gaunitai, Radha Krishna, and Jagannath, and he was thinking it is too late to speak or do something. Then he went to the room. After that, everybody were talking and praising Srila Prabhupada, and they were so happy. And in meanwhile, there was a visitor who came to see Srila Prabhupada. He was a government officer who works in mayor office. So he came there, and Srila Prabhupada was so happy to see him, and he started immediately preaching to him. Where whoever comes to Srila Prabhupada, he wants to preach them. So then that was the nice meet for him, that officer who met Srila Prabhupada, and he could understand what is the life and what is the conditioned soul. And Srila Prabhupada has preached him some Krishna consciousness. And they had their prasadam, and next day Nityananda Prabhu was talking about Mississippi farm, that is New Thalavan farm, and Srila Prabhupada wanted to go there, and they have drive to this farm. And when they reached this farm, New Thalavan, which is very close from New Orleans, so Srila Prabhupada saw that the weather was little better than the New Orleans farm. So then when they reached to this farm, Srila Prabhupada liked this farm so much. And this farm was previously on a horse ranch. It was like a lot of horses used to be there. And now this is a temple for ISKCON temple, Mississippi temple. So Srila Prabhupada said, wow, this temple looks like just like a Bengal. It is so beautiful. Srila Prabhupada liked the temple. Then they all took Srila Prabhupada into the temple room, and they were so happy to see Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada started giving Bhagavatam class, morning Bhagavatam class. And it is like a farm community, right? There is a lot of house flies and mosquitoes, stuff like that. And the devotees were fanning him with the chamara so that there is no mosquito, there is no flies around. And that Prabhu was fanning little far from Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said that, no, you don't have to be so far. This chamara is meant for fanning only. You can come closer. Even it is touching my body, it is not going to harm. So like that was very funny incident with Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was pointing out this, how it's very nice a farm community is. Grihasthas can come there, can grow some cotton and food, clothes, everything. Why do we live in material cities, big cities? To go to a grocery, you have to go for 1 hour drive. To go to a hospital, you have to go 30, 40 minutes drive. So it's a very difficult life in the big cities, right? Srila Prabhupada was trying to take out this point that big cities are very hard to live. It's better to live in the small city, like farm communities, and live happily, comfortably. So big cities is always artificial life. And Srila Prabhupada was also talking about this machine. Using the machine is also not so good. That Srila Prabhupada never has encouraged. He always wanted simple living, high thinking. He wanted to encourage devotees to be simple. So then again, Srila Prabhupada was seeing this land, everything, and Srila Prabhupada was talking to Brahmananda Swami and Sattvarupa Goswami about how the animals should be protected, and cow and bull need to be used in the field, like that. So then Upendra Prabhu had asked the question about when Srila Prabhupada was talking about cows and bulls, and Upendra Prabhu was asking, how do we use the milk? And Srila Prabhupada explained a Vedic system, how we use this milk. So Srila Prabhupada was saying that how Nanda Maharaj used to have many cows, and how first the milk is boiled, and then they use how much ever milk they want. If they don't want, next day it is made as a curd, and then if there is a leftover curd, then they churn it and make into butter, and then whatever the water is there, extra water came from the butter, that can be used as a ghee, and that can be mixed with the chapati dough and make chapati. So Srila Prabhupada is giving detailed explanation that there is no wastage in cow products, everything. And after that, even they can make even ghee also with milk. So then Srila Prabhupada was saying that how it is very nice to always take these milk products and use it to ourselves and distribute to everyone, and especially make this rasgullas, sandesh. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that we can make a lot of rasgullas and sandesh and distribute in restaurants, like that. Srila Prabhupada was mainly focusing in the farm community about cows, bulls. He was saying that this farm community is basically for all the classes, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Anybody can come and live happily here. It's not that only for the one class of the people. Everyone can stay here. And then they went on the tour with Srila Prabhupada went on tour with president or to see whole farm. And Srila Prabhupada was making this point of when they were walking, Srila Prabhupada was making this point that in the modern society, you see everything, people are so much degraded. They think that they are progressing in material way, but then what kind of progress is that? Even if you see the teachers who are teaching in the schools and colleges, they are eating meat. A teacher means a Brahmana. So what kind of example they are going to give us if they themselves are eating meat and doing all bad things? So how can they call as teacher, right? It's not the way of life leading. So Brahmana means a teacher who can give a proper understanding how do we live a life. Then Brahmana means to be a good example for the society. And then Srila Prabhupada was saying that how Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that our main duty is to give Krishna consciousness to others, paropakara. That what is that paropakara? Not anything. And say sometimes people say, oh, we do paropakara by giving some things. Okay, you can give materially for something, but the main paropakara is giving Krishna consciousness. That saves people from the darkness. Srila Prabhupada was trying to make this point. And Srila Prabhupada was also speaking that how it is more benefit to the people if they are taking up this Krishna consciousness. If they are taking to this Krishna consciousness, they can feel very happy. And this is going to get benefit to everyone. That is why Srila Prabhupada is traveling to everyone to do this paropakara to others, to give Krishna to others. And the real Vaishnava, who is the real Vaishnava? We always say that, right? Para dukhi, dukhi, para sukhi, sukhi. Like if others are, other devotees unhappy, Vaishnava is also unhappy. If others are happy, then Vaishnava is happy. So that is the real Vaishnava. That quality Srila Prabhupada has. He don't wanted to see other people are suffering in this material world. He wants to give Krishna to everyone. So moving on to very nice incident. Now it's a very nice, it's a cooking class by Srila Prabhupada. Let's see what Srila Prabhupada is going to teach us today. And Srila Prabhupada is a great cook. He's going to teach us 9 items in just 1 hour. What happened is a disciple, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Rishikesha came and said that, Prabhupada, it's taking 2.5 hours for me to cook. And then Srila Prabhupada immediately said, oh, is it? You don't know how to cook. And immediately Srila Prabhupada removes his shirt and then he goes into the kitchen. He has this 3-tier cooker. You can see on the PPT there it is. You can see that how the 3-tier cooker is there. He immediately started putting. He said that he can cook in 1 hour, and this Prabhu was cooking in 2.5 hours. And he started cooking. He put in the bottom one vegetables and middle rice, and then on top dal, like that. He put in 3 different things in the 3-tier cooker, and he just put there. That was cooking. In meanwhile, what he did, he cut the eggplant and he took a pan he put a ghee in there and he started frying. The eggplant was soaked in the haldi and little bit salt is there, and he started frying that. And a part of that, it was done. And then he took a chapati batter, chapati dough, and he made some chapatis. And also he took a pan and sauteed some vegetables aside after that. And by the time of 1 hour, Srila Prabhupada finished everything cooking, all 9 items, and ready for offering. And everybody was so happy seeing Srila Prabhupada just in 1 hour cook so many varieties. And Srila Prabhupada, when Srila Prabhupada was cooking, everybody was seeing from the window what Srila Prabhupada is doing. And Srila Prabhupada said, oh, as everybody saw me cooking, everybody needs to get some prasadam, as because they were all seeing me cooking. So then like that, Srila Prabhupada was there with the devotees and helping in everything. And he was also cooking and teaching everyone. Such a beautiful cooking class by Srila Prabhupada. It was so nice to see how Srila Prabhupada cooked in 1 hour 9 varieties. And then after that, Srila Prabhupada was going through this field. He saw the hay outside and he was telling that, oh, why is this not harvested? And then Nityananda Prabhu said that, it is, we are waiting it to get dry and then we will harvest it soon. And then Srila Prabhupada said, no, by the time you wait it, it might get, rain might come, it might spoil, better to harvest it soon. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that, oh, this forest is very nice. How nice. There are a lot of trees. You can cut them and make a house and live happily. And also Srila Prabhupada was saying that people in this material world, they are using the paper is coming, right, from the wood. And then Srila Prabhupada was saying that how these people are wasting paper in the newspaper, waste kind of reading. Why don't they use it for nice scriptures? And it is going to benefit for other people. So Srila Prabhupada was saying that point. And while Srila Prabhupada walking in the field, he saw the 2 tractors were standing aside. And then Srila Prabhupada asked, why are these tractors like that? There is no roof for it? And Nityananda Prabhu said, it is under construction. And then Srila Prabhupada immediately said that by the time it constructs, it will become rust and it's going to be wasted. So Srila Prabhupada was trying to say this proverb in Hindi, and it was translated in English. A woman who wanted to go for a fair, she was getting ready. By the time she got ready, the fair is over. So what is the Srila Prabhupada point is, by the time you keep the shed ready for the tractors will get in rust because it's raining and like that. So he was telling that make sure that they are protected so that they are not get rust and they're not wasted. So Srila Prabhupada was also telling that how it is always good to take care of the cow and bull because they are the main thing for the field. And also Srila Prabhupada was saying that how Varnashrama system is the only one which can help us grow in Krishna consciousness. That is why these communities, these farm communities are there, so that we can encourage people to follow this Varnashrama system. And also Srila Prabhupada was saying that he was very happy to visit this farm and seeing all, he was remembering the Bengal, and he was saying, and it was a very busy day for Srila Prabhupada, and as the next day also it's going to be busy, but every day is a busy day, but this was a very, very busy day in New Orleans. From there, Srila Prabhupada moved to Detroit, and Detroit is a very nice incident here in this Detroit happened, how Srila Prabhupada had talked with various devotees, and they have purchased a property for the Detroit also. We can see the pastime of this Prabhuji, I forgot the name. Ambarish Prabhuji, who was just started coming to Krishna Conscious Temple in Detroit, and he was learning about Bhagavad Gita, and so he was very much interested, and he also got initiated by then, and he was waiting to receive Srila Prabhupada, and he received Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was talking about many different things in Krishna consciousness. And when Srila Prabhupada arrived, they were talking about the property that they wanted to purchase here. But then Srila Prabhupada was saying that to purchase the property, and they showed the property to Srila Prabhupada. But temple president Govardhana Prabhu, he was telling that this place is not safe. Neighborhood is very, very crime area. Theft thieves are there. Oh, it's very difficult to stay here. It's not a good place. But Srila Prabhupada again and again saying that no, get that place. If you are scared, don't worry. Just chant Hare Krishna 24 hours. Everything will be fine. Don't at all worry about it. But this Prabhu was trying to explain that Detroit is the highest place of crime, and oh, it is going to be very bad. So don't worry, everything will be fine. Just take the place. If somebody is coming, thief is coming to steal, okay, let them take some first prasadam, then ask them to take whatever they want. So don't worry, this is going to be a best place. Like that, Srila Prabhupada made them to agree, and they all went and saw the place, and place was so beautiful. Srila Prabhupada was saying to the agent that, oh, this property is very nice. Actually, your owner should give this property freely without any money to the ISKCON project. And then that agent was saying, no, that is not possible. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that, oh, we are beggars. We can be beggars for Krishna. That's okay. We can beg and ask. What's wrong in asking like that? And devotees were like standing in quietly. And after some time, they had talked to the owner, and the owner was asking more money, $350,000. And but Srila Prabhupada said, we will give $300,000 cash. Is it okay? Then finally they came to $300,000 cash. Actually, Ambarish Prabhu, and there is one other Mataji, Lekeshwari Shravanti Mataji. That Mataji is also one of the rich person's daughter, and Ambarish Prabhu both together gave an amount of $300,000. Actually, that Mataji, Lekeshwari Saraswati Mataji gave $125,000, and rest Ambarish Prabhu were given. Actually, these two, Prabhuji and Mataji's family, in the business, they are like enemies to each other. They are very big business people, but when they came to Krishna conscious, they are very sweet devotees, God brother and God sister, and they are trying to serve Srila Prabhupada. So the devotees were trying to make out this point also, that how if in the material world you might be enemies to each other, but when you come to Krishna consciousness, there is no enemy world. We are all together in one motto, that to serve Krishna and Guru. So like that, they have purchased this property, and Srila Prabhupada was so happy that he was saying that I don't have a single dollar, but then I have purchased $300,000 and I could pay in cash like that. And he was so happy that, and he was also saying that this is all because of Krishna's mercy. And because of Krishna, everything is happening. And then from there, he left to Toronto. I know it's taking late, but then there is only little more to cover. We can cover that little point. From in Toronto, Srila Prabhupada visited Toronto, and then Toronto also was needed the property, and they were looking for the property, and the temple president name was Vishwakarma, and they were looking for a property, and they did not have money, and they wanted to give $300,000, but then the owner was not ready to give that. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that, okay, please somehow make arrangement and make him fix with $300,000. I can give BBT money for loan for a couple of months if you want, but I wanted that property for the Toronto temple. Srila Prabhupada said that, and suddenly they have gotten a letter from India saying that Srila Prabhupada needs to meet Indira Gandhi. He needs to start immediately. So then Rishikesh Prabhu has planned Srila Prabhupada's trip to the Mount Roller, and from there he would fly to Paris and he could take rest and then go to Delhi. Like that, his trip was planned. In meanwhile, devotees from Los Angeles were calling Rameshwar Prabhu, and other people were calling him and trying to ask many questions for the Srimad Bhagavatam publishing. I think some book printing for Bhagavatam thing, they had some questions, so they had called him. And also many people from Toronto came, and they were trying to get the association from Srila Prabhupada, because they all know that Srila Prabhupada is leaving soon. And also Srila Prabhupada had got a letter from India saying that they had some issues in India in Vrindavan temple. So Srila Prabhupada was little upset that the devotees were not able to handle themselves. This Mataji, Surabhi Mataji has written this letter, and Srila Prabhupada was feeling that, oh, they were not able to handle things without me. But again, Srila Prabhupada wrote to her that make sure everything you do it properly. We should not get into risk things. And he told that give an information step by step to me, so that I know what's happening. And Srila Prabhupada was waiting for a moment to end the trip for US, because he also was very much anxious to go for the Mumbai temple, because there was also construction going on. He wanted to know what's exactly happening in Mumbai temple. So even afterwards, many people came to know that Srila Prabhupada is going to leave the country and going to India. Temple from New Vrindavan temple devotees, they were so sad because Srila Prabhupada did not visit them. But then they were also thinking themselves that, okay, if we can carry Srila Prabhupada's order, that is going to be very pleasing for Srila Prabhupada, like that. And Srila Prabhupada traveled from USA to Canada, and from like how Srila Prabhupada traveled in the mood of sannyasi. He wants to give Krishna to everyone. That is his mood. And we saw that he traveled to Dallas Gurukul Temple and Mississippi, Detroit, every place he was traveling, and he was giving Krishna's love to everyone. And we also saw that Srila Prabhupada was talking to many devotees about different things, about Bhagavad Gita and many things. And Srila Prabhupada, many devotees met to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was able to answer many devotees' questions, especially the professors, Thomas Hopkins, and many other professors also met Srila Prabhupada. He was very happy to meet them and answer their questions. And the main highlight point in this whole chapter here at the end, Sattvarup Goswami Maharaj was saying, is in the Dallas, when Srila Prabhupada said that his main anxiety is no devotee should fall down. That is his main anxiety. That Sattvarup Goswami was remembering that in whole of his trip, that was the main thing, how Srila Prabhupada is always concerned about his disciples. And Srila Prabhupada liked preaching in America, and most of his students were also very helpful, and they were all helping Srila Prabhupada to preach more and more. And Srila Prabhupada wanted to give this Krishna consciousness to Americans, because they are frustrated. Somewhere they are not having the happiness that can be given only through Krishna consciousness. So and This is the summary, and I just wanted to read some quotes of Srila Prabhupada, which I felt very nice. My Guru Maharaj used to say, don't worry about money, do something nice for Krishna and money will come. So we should always be thinking to distribute message of Krishna. Surely he will give us facility. Even an ordinary man, if he wants a publicity, then he goes so much, then he gives so much money for the propaganda work. Similarly, Krishna is not poor. He can supply amount for the devotees engaged in the broadcasting his glories. So I was remembering that of the temple that they have purchased in Detroit, right? How Amrish Prabhu and also that Mataji has helped to pay immediately cash $300,000. If Krishna wanted, the money can automatically come. And here in this quote, Srila Prabhupada was saying, I want all my students shall very vigorously try to distribute his books. The suffering of humanity are due to forgetfulness of Krishna, the supreme enjoyer, the supreme proprietor, and the supreme friend. Therefore, to act to revive this consciousness within the entire human society is the highest welfare. So we saw in this, right, Srila Prabhupada was saying Paropakar, that is the highest welfare, to give Krishna to everyone. Yes, my order still stands. Please organize BBT distribution and do nicely Sankirtan and distribute magazines, books. So Srila Prabhupada is mainly saying that do Sankirtan and distribute the Srila Prabhupada books. That makes him very happy. Print as many books as possible. This is my real pleasure. By printing these books of our Krishna consciousness philosophy, in so many languages, we can actually inject our movement into mass of people all over the world, especially the Western society. We can give this literature and turn the whole nation into Krishna consciousness. So that is what Srila Prabhupada did in this chapter. He wanted to give Krishna to everyone with the distributing the books, publishing the books. So whatever the progress is seen in the Krishna conscious movement, it's only through distribution of books. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry if I made any mistakes. Please forgive me. Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji. What an amazing class. The slides, the class, the flow, the way you covered the entire chapter without any compromise. Your loving involvement while telling everything, the entire story, everything was so beautiful. Full justice, Mataji, full justice. Really amazing to hear Srila Prabhupada Lilamrta from your lotus mouth. It was really such a nice treat for each one of us. Thank you so much. And it was such a sweet chapter. I mean, when you were narrating, I was thinking I should remember this point, I should remember that point. But now I don't even know how many points I remember, but you said so many things. One thing you really nicely said is how Srila Prabhupada said, my grandchildren and my children are here and I've come to see them. I really like that very much. And of course, the different places he went to, Detroit, Dallas, Mississippi, farm community, people coming from Toronto. So many things you said, Mataji. Everything was wonderful. Thank you so much for making our morning so beautiful. And you're an amazing speaker. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Priti Vilasni Mataji, for your encouraging words. Thank you for the opportunity. Really, when I was reading this chapter, I could see everything in front of my eyes. It was so heart-touching chapter, Mataji. It made my day while I'm reading, while I'm preparing. I was able to feel Prabhupada. I mean, that much very nice chapter. It's very sweet chapter. I'm very grateful to Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhupada, for the whole hard work you do for all of us. You did for all of us, and because of that, we are all enjoying Krishna consciousness. It was so beautiful chapter, Mataji. Really, it made me very happy by doing this chapter summary. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, when we can see that happiness, Mataji. Yeah. Everyone is writing beautiful comments and they also want the slides. Yeah, sure.
Yes, sure, Mataji.
Right, very wonderful, Mataji. Very nice to hear all the summary details of this chapter. And especially, I like the starting of the class. You said that we have to involve 100%. We should show our sincerity, whatever we are doing. That is also nice. And Srila Prabhupada, how Srila Prabhupada is giving or explaining the importance of how to take care of the farm community, the tractor, the bull and the cow, the grains, how we have to take those very nicely has explained to the devotees there. And cooking part is also very nice, Mataji. Within 1 hour, he cooked like 9 varieties, and he showed or he teach to the devotees how to cook effectively within the given time span, and give Krishna wholesome of food, like a good plate. That is very wonderful, Mataji. And remaining points also very nicely you covered. And at the last also, you have shared the quotes which are relevant to the chapter. Those are also nice, Mataji. Thank you so much for taking this chapter and giving us beautiful summary, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anybody would like to share their realizations for Mataji's summary?
Hare Krishna, HG Vrinda's mother, HG Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam. So confidently in so simple way, आप वो कीर्तिदा सुंदरी माता जी बताते हैं ना कि जब कोई लीला आपको बतानी है फ्रॉम श्री प्रभुपादामृता और श्री भागवतम और श्री भागवत गीता, तो उसको डाइजेस्ट करना है. जैसे गैया रानी सुबह में खाना खाते तो शाम को ऐसे डाइजेस्ट करते हैं. शी इज नॉट ईटिंग अगेन. सो आपने अच्छी तरह से डाइजेस्ट किया और बहुत ऐसे अंदर आप घुस गए थे माता जी. एंड व्हेन श्री प्रभुपाद इन डलास इन गुरुकुला एंड ही टीच, प्रभुपाद का यही मकसद का था कि कोई भी मतलब कृष्णा कॉन्शियस से निकले नहीं. तो कितने सारे मतलब उन्होंने ब्लड वो डाला था, कितनी पेशेंस थी उनमें, क्योंकि इन दिस कलयुग का पेशेंस नहीं है, किसी में भी धीरज नहीं है. तो प्रभुपाद ने सबको कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में एक टॉवेल टॉयलेट पेपर का जो वो रोल आता है वो भी कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में दिया, तो उनको भी प्रभुपाद ने डीओटी बनाया. सो प्रभुपाद इज सो मर्सीफुल माता जी. एंड स्पेशली व्हेन आई रीड श्रील प्रभुपाद अमृता माता जी, then only I understand that where I am in bhakti, I have to read more Srila Prabhupada, more Shishi Bhagavatam, Shishi Chaitanya Charanamrita, Shishi Chaitanya Bhagavat. पर इतने भी क्वालिफाइड नहीं है माता जी कि अपने आप समझ पाए. पर जब सीनियर वैष्णव से जब आपसे सुना माता जी, बहुत मतलब हृदय भर गया माता जी. कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम टू योर सिंसियर सेवा. श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद अमृता की जय. अनंत अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम टू श्रील प्रभुपाद एंड श्रील प्रभुपाद डिसाइपल एंड ऑल भक्ति संघ टीचर्स. थैंक यू बेटा, थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू. कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम टू योर सिंसियर सेवा. बहुत ही अच्छी तरह आपने एक्सप्लेन किया माता जी.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for always encouraging me and everyone. Thank you so much for your sweet association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. What a wonderful summary. Very beautifully explained, and all your slides were also very amazing. Thank you so much for going through each and every pastime and sharing everything with us. It was a very beautiful chapter. And like what you said, everything is included in this. He talks about the lifestyle, then book distribution, preaching, cooking, everything. And how all the devotees, how when one becomes a devotee, they even forget their, material enemies, like what you talked about, Amrish Prabhu and that Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. It's such a beautiful nectarian chapter, and we can see how much love Srila Prabhupada had for the children, the Gurukul, and how he wanted everything, even the farm community, to progress. Wonderful. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Induleka Mataji. Thank you so much for your sweet encouraging words. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. What a beautiful class, Mataji. Such a nicely you were saying, telling the story as if you know everything and you are seeing everything like that. You were talking, Mataji. So beautiful. Nice to hear from you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shamagauri Mataji. Thank you so much for attending the class and encouraging me, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I take only 1 minute, HG Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, for your permission and all Vaishnava permission. हरे कृष्णा माता जी। अजय राम प्रभु जी जो अभी तो पुणे चले गए, 14 ईयर्स से यहाँ एटलांटा, वो बता रहे थे कि श्री भागवतम का, प्लीज फॉरगिव मी, श्री चैतन्य चरणामृत का आई थिंक 6 या 7 कैंटो था। तो श्री प्रभुपाद ने वो डीओटी ने सबने बताया कि श्री भागवतम का, प्लीज फॉरगिव मी, तो प्रभुपाद सब डीओटी ने बताया कि हम लोग 7-8 मंथ में ये कंप्लीट करेंगे, क्योंकि फ्रंट का अंदर जो श्री भागवतम में पिक्चर होते हैं उनका फ्रंट पेज और श्लोका, एंड इट इज हार्ड फॉर देम संस्कृत श्लोका ट्रांसलेट, और वो टाइम में इतनी मशीनरी भी नहीं थी। प्रभुपाद सेड ओनली 1 month, so that all it is really very with the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and our Acharya Ganan and 6 Goswami, they all working hard. It is really impossible to एक ही महीने में करना है, पर ऐसा नहीं है, इट्स अ टीम वर्क कि एक डीओटी थक गए तो अदर वन इज टेकिंग दैट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, नेक्स्ट डे वो काम कंप्लीट हो जाता। सो दैट इज द डिटरमिनेशन। ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं करूँ ये नहीं, इट्स अ टीम वर्क। वो प्रभुपाद ने सिखाया सबको, एंड देन दे कंप्लीट इन 1 month that CC Bhagavatam. It's a 8 or 9 canto, I forgot, and it's a 20 minutes video also, Mataji. If I get, then I will share it. The tears is not stop when we see that how much determination all the American Vaishnava has, how much faith they have in Srila Prabhupada Vani. Hari Hari Gauranga, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam beta.
Thank you so much, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please share the video. Yes, it is all the team spirit that is going to help. There is only one goal, to please Srila Prabhupada, nothing else. So then devotees could make it for pleasing Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I can see that the teamwork in you, because whenever some people, they are not here to do their service, you absolutely just right away you are there, always. So I am so grateful to you. Mataji, you are always just give everything for to everyone, Mataji. And you are doing that thing, you are showing by your working, you do. It's very great.
Thank you, Mataji. This is all coming from all main Bhakti Sangha team members. Shamagauri Mataji, Kitida Mataji, Preeti Vilasni Mataji showed us a path. So we need to go in that path. We need to be one more to serve Bhakti Sangha. We are all need. I mean, our main goal is to make Bhakti Sangha to reach many people. So that is what they taught us. So we are going with them, Mataji. It's all glories to them. Preeti Vilasni Mataji, Kitida Mataji, and Shamagauri Mataji. Thank you to them for teaching me how to do the services. Each and every service I'm able to do because they taught me personally. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anybody would like to share their realizations for Mataji's class today? Or else we can end this session for today. So Mataji, thank you so much once again for taking up this chapter summary and giving us very nectarian chapter summary. So with this, I would like to pay my obeisances to it and all the devotees on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रभुपाद लीलामृता की जय। हर ग्रेस विनीता गंधर्विका माता जी की जय। माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Should we end, Mataji?
Thank you so much.